Aisha, and today I wanted to tell you how I found out I was pregnant. I know it says how I found out I was pregnant at 16, and most of y'all who know me, I am very much 17. I mean, when I did find out, I was 16, and yeah, my birthday's in June, so towards the end of April, beginning of May, I wasn't really doing good in my in the head. Like, I wasn't good mentally, and I wasn't going to school during that time. I know, just like during that time, school's not a big focus for me. Anyone that knows me personally knows I don't really play about school. So, you know, like, my parents don't play that. Like, you better be doing well in school, you know. So I just wasn't doing good mentally. I couldn't bring myself to go to school. I don't know, maybe this is an unnecessary detail, but I know y'all are probably like, wasn't this during the pandemic? Yes. So it was online, and then like a month before we were getting out of school, they wanted us to come back in person. And it was only 2 days, but I just couldn't do it. I remember at that time I would just go to my boyfriend's house instead, and I would join online, but I was supposed to be in person because I signed up for in person. But I would just join online or whatever. But really, I'd just be hanging with my boyfriend and whatnot. I was definitely over at his place a lot, and we would have sex a lot because that's just what made me feel better. And yeah. Now I won't sit here and say, like, because I feel like I'm sitting here saying, oh yeah, I was trying to get pregnant. No, everyone who knows me knows it was Team FDK. But my boyfriend was always fond of the idea of having a kid. He wants more. I'm like, no, baby, I'm getting these tubes tied. You know, no kids. I don't want kids. Keep them away. Keep them there. No, ma'am. No, sir. I was on birth control. I was on birth control for ever since I started messing with him, because when I started messing with him is when I started having sex. So why wouldn't I get on birth control? And we usually use protection, but like I said, I was during that time in a low month in my life, like just a low mental point in my life. I wasn't really thinking about using like a condom. I was just like, whatever, like I'll pop a plan B and we'll call it a day, and my birth control should save me. And, you know, I've been tracking my ovulating dates and everything, so we should be fine, you know, nothing to think about, nothing to worry about. I didn't think I could get pregnant anyway because, like, maybe TMI, but he was shooting up the club so much. I mean, it was kind of like, okay, okay. For one day, I was over at his place and we were standing in front of the mirror, and he touched my stomach. Mind y'all, I ain't got a stomach like I do now. Like this little stomach that I got. I was very much flat. I was very much a little 2-pack. You know what I'm saying? And he was touching my stomach like this. It was kind of weird out, but I didn't say anything. And I remember he said something, and I said something, and we just laughed or whatever. And I was just like, okay. But for me, I was like, okay, he did that. I need to go take a test or something, because that's just weird. Like, that's just off. Like, excuse me. That just felt weird and off to me, because I'm just like, okay, like, they would always come back negative. And I used to get 2-pack one and get 2 different brands, come out to like $30 or $20 something dollars, and they would always come back negative. So this time when I went to go to the store, I was just like, I am not getting a bunch, because if I get a bunch, it's gonna be a big waste and I'll look stupid. So I only got one, and it was the pink one, and here's a picture. I came home, I took it, it was positive, but I didn't believe it. I told my boyfriend, and he's just like, no. I was just like, I'm gonna go back to the store tomorrow and get 2 more to be sure or whatever, because I just feel like this is a dud or something and stuff like that. And so The next day I went back, I got two different brands, the individual ones, because those were the only ones I could find. Like, usually the place I go to, like Food Lion, they had the ones with the 2 packs or whatever, but Food Lion didn't have any. So I had to go to the dollar store or whatever. Why am I doing this? But the dollar store or whatever. And yeah, I took it. I got two. I got a clear blue one and the little cheap dollar store one, because a lot of people said they are efficient, and those are the ones they use. They use when you go take a pregnancy test at, say, your local doctor or whatever. I take these two. I never forget, I sat that one down, the blue one, the clear blue one. I was waiting on it. And the line was kind of faint. It wasn't faint, but it was kind of faint. And the pink one was the one that like had a dark line, because the other test prior to that was a faint line too. But they were all they all came back positive. And I was just like, so when I took these two, I sent him a picture or whatever. Well, I sent him all three. Well, he saw the one before that, but I just had them all together and I sent him all three. And I was just like, I don't think I said anything, to be honest, but I know we were on FaceTime while I was taking him, and I peed and everything and stuff like that. So when I sent them the pictures, he was just like, yeah, I've been new. Huh? What do you mean you've been new? Did you do this on purpose? But no, like, I was just like, what do you mean you new? What do you mean you've been new? Who gave you that gift? Who gave you that right? But y'all, I was freaking out. I was just like, okay, I don't know what to do. Like, my mind was all over the place. Like, there was probably nothing he could have told me or said to me that would have calmed me down. Like, I was freaked out. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to think. I didn't know what to say. I was just like, I don't know. And I remember I just kind of moved on from that. And the only reason I did was because I still ended up getting my period. Nothing was happening. Yeah. And that was that. So I was just kind of moving on. I was just like, there's no way. I'm like, can't be. I'm just like, these must have all been duds or something. And I'm like, I was losing weight instead of gaining weight and stuff. And I'm like, okay, my stomach hasn't poked out a little bit or anything. It doesn't feel hard. Like, it's just like there's no way. Like, nothing's happening to me. Like, nothing's changed. So I'm just like, I'm like, these must have been duds. And I kept it pushing. After I took this test, my immediate thought was, okay, well, I'm not keeping it anyway. It doesn't matter, and that's why I'm not going to tell anyone and whatever. And I mean, like, I'm probably not really even pregnant because my breast isn't swelling, nose don't hurt, I'm not throwing up, I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. Like, the pregnancy symptoms I looked up, they just weren't adding up. And I'm like, okay, I'm still getting my periods. So I'm just like, whatever, I'm not even pregnant. And I'm just like, if I am pregnant, just gonna get rid of it. I was trying to get rid of it myself. Like, I was trying to do it behind everybody's back. I just was not trying to let nobody know. I'm just like, no, this is just gonna be other stuff to add on to my grandparents' plate and everyone's plate. I'm just like, forget it. I'm just gonna keep this to myself and just do it myself, and then act like nothing happened and move on with my life and just keep living it and stuff. And also during this time, I had found out, like, right around when my finals were supposed to come, and like I said, I was going through it mentally, so I wasn't doing good in school. I already wasn't going to school for like those few weeks or whatever. I was going back now, and I was trying to get it together for my last quarter and everything, and stuff like that. And I remember when just like that, I was just like, okay, no, because this is gonna mess me up on my exams and stuff, and I need to focus so I can graduate early and get out of here and just go on. After that, that's when my child's father's side, like eventually they found out, and the first person that found out from his side was it was his younger brother, because me and his younger brother are really close friends and we go to the same school. And his older brother was not fond of the idea. He's still not fond of the idea, and yeah, he's just said a lot of hurtful stuff. And it is what it is, and that's just, yeah, that's that. And I remember eventually his mother found out, and me and Elias both said we weren't telling her because, like I said, my plan was to not keep her anyway, and he was literally down for whatever. I know in the back of my head he did want that, and he made it clear, like he was just like, if you want to keep it, you know, I'm down for that. If you don't want to keep it, I'm down for that. It's whatever you want to do, your body, your choice. Like, that's what he basically told me, and to sum it up with. But I remember it's just like, I don't want to tell anyone because I'm not really gonna, you know, and stuff. And I remember when his mother found out, and she was just like, I know y'all gotta tell me something, or da da da, don't you got something to say, or da da da. And I just never said anything. Just like I said, I wasn't gonna say anything, and I just felt like it's no one's business. I still hadn't told my grandparents yet, and I feel like really the reason I didn't tell them, at first I didn't tell them because like I already had so much going on, mentally going on, and I was just like, I'm not trying to add this on their plate, and we gotta figure this out, and this, that, and the third. So just like, just gonna keep it to myself or whatever and figure it out on my own. Because I just saw everyone's reaction, and it just wasn't good on my child's father's side, and I'm just like, oh my god, they're gonna do the same thing. And now that I think about it, I was just like, there is no way my grandma would have like did that or whatever, or my granddad. Like, even if he did, my grandma would have shut that down really fast. Like, it wouldn't have gone that far. When I finally told them, it was when I crashed my car and they had to come and get my car towed or whatever. And I remember I was sitting in the car and my child's father was right there beside me. And I was just like, Grandma, I took a test and it was positive. And she was like, I remember she walked away at first or something. Like, she didn't seem mad. I think she was just processing it. She came back and it was like, it's gonna be okay, Toddy. But I remember I was just like, I'm gonna have to tell her now because, okay, like I was trying to get through it on my own and get, like I said, to get rid of her. But in NC you can't do it anymore without a parent and stuff like that, because I'm a minor. My boyfriend isn't a minor. He's 18, and the reason I felt like I had to like tell her there was because the sheriff who was there or whatever to come like after this crash, I will definitely give y'all a story telling this, but he knew, and I was like, okay, there's no way if they find out through the cops, I know that's going to be terrible. I'm just like, let me go ahead and break the news and do it and stuff like that. And I'm just like, I'm gonna do it. I just kind of felt like a weight was lifted, but the one I was really scared about, I was never scared about my grandma's reaction. I was just always scared about my granddad's reaction. I'm just like, well, he's gonna kill me. It's gonna kick me out. Like, my head was just, it's just like, this is not going well. You might as well kiss everything he's ever going to ever get you again. Goodbye, like, or whatever. I was like, you're done. You're done. Like, you're done, okay? And I remember my grandma went and told my granddad, and he didn't say anything to me. He didn't say nothing. And this whole time, they were just hoping I was okay. Because, like I said, I crashed my car or whatever. And they were just hoping I was okay. They didn't care about the car. I remember the next day after that, I was sitting in my grandma's car listening to music, still trying to process the fact of what the heck, you know. everything, because like I said, I just got in a car crash that day. This was in June. I was out of school. Sorry, I don't know if I made that clear. Mind y'all, I was scared. I was not prepared. I was just like, oh my god, he's gonna kill me. He's gonna kill me. He's gonna kill me. So yeah, he sat in the passenger seat and he was like, so you're pregnant? And I was like, yes. I hurried up and answered because I was like, I'm not hesitating. Like, just gonna tell him. And granddad gave me such a sweet response. He was basically like, no matter what you do, you have me and grandma's support and da da da. Like, to sum it up, I was very sentimental though, and that wasn't something I expected from him, and it was just really sweet and nice and lovely to hear that from him, of all people, who I thought would give me hell, and he didn't. And I remember, I think that same day, me and my grandma was talking, and she was just like, Toddy, well, you need to come up with what you're going to do soon and stuff like that, and we're gonna go to the doctor so we can confirm it. This and the third. Hearing my grandparents' response and everything and the feedback they gave me, it kind of finally gave me a chance to think about what I really wanted to do, because I've honestly, the whole reason I think I didn't want to keep it was because, like, the way my boyfriend's side was just being mean and stuff, like, to me and, like, to him, and I just didn't want him to go through that, and, like, I don't know how they'll be, and I was just like, if they're gonna be like that too, I'm like, no, I need to get rid. But when my granddad said what he said to me, it really touched my heart. When my grandma, I figured my grandma was gonna be accepting, but I felt like, when I told her, I just felt so much disappointment. Like, she didn't say it. She never once said that. She never once said anything wrong or mean, but that's what I just felt, and I was just like, but when the responses I got from them and how accepting they were of it, and just like, you do you, like, whatever you want to do, this is up to you, it's your body, your choice. And my doctor was just like, you gotta come up with a choice, and I'm just like, I don't really know, because this is now the confirmation. Like I said, this was the confirmation, but she wasn't even sure if I was pregnant either, because after, like, I was like, I'm still in my period and stuff like that, she was like, really, da 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 da, and she was like, I mean, the test came back positive, but we don't know how far along you could be and stuff like this, and it doesn't seem like you are and stuff, like, yeah. So she wasn't really sure, and she was like, you need to go set up an ultrasound and this and the third. But I'll never forget that, like, being in that doctor's office, because I feel like she just really was mean to me. I don't know, I just felt like she was really, really mean. Like, she was like, are you sure you were taking your birth control, this and the third? Like, it's supposed to be a 98 Fisher rate. I'm like, yeah, I was. Later on, I find out that nearly everyone in the family has gotten pregnant off the birth control pill. The birth control pill makes us fertile, is what I have learned, and it's not for us. So, yeah, I'm like, wish I definitely known that sooner. She was just beating me up over it. I still didn't know, but I just was like, I'm gonna keep it. To really confirm this whole thing, because like I said, she didn't sound that sure of it. We didn't know when it could have happened or anything like that. So I finally get to a women's center or whatever, and yes, I'm talking to the doctor about everything. No, I lied, the nurse, about everything, and she was just like, okay, da, da, da. Like, I don't feel like she wasn't really sure either. So then I'll never forget, we got in the little ultrasound room, and I was on the phone with him, my child's father, And she put the little stuff on her stomach, and then the thing, she was just like, you were definitely pregnant. I was like, whoa. And I feel like when a lot of people talk about their moment when they first saw their baby and everything, or got that confirmation, they always say like all the joy just rushed through their body, or like it was just so like, this is what I want to do. But that wasn't for me. Like for a second, maybe I was like, oh my god, I'm so excited, da 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 da. But then it was just like, no, just like, I can't do this. There's no way I'm gonna be able to do this. Like, this is very stupid of you. You already aren't doing well in the head. What makes you think you having a kid? Like, you know, I was just beating myself up more than anyone else was. Like I said, my grandparents didn't beat me up about it. They were super kind about it and everything. And my boyfriend has been supportive of me the whole way. He was like, your body, your choice, whatever you want to do, I'm going to stick beside you, and you know this. And yeah, I feel like really what it was just like a lot of outside people that didn't even matter got into my head. And you know, everyone can sit and say, oh, it doesn't hurt or da da da, but I feel like eventually it definitely does. Like, and I was just like, I don't know. So there wasn't a joy. It wasn't like I was in so much joy, but I'll show y'all the pictures. Like, I remember seeing it. I was just like I was just shocked, because I was like, whoa, this is real. Like, I'm actually pregnant. Like, you're pregnant. She finally calculated where I was at, and I was 14 weeks, literally at the beginning of my trimester, like maybe 14 weeks, 2 days, 3 days, something like that. But I was at the beginning of my second trimester, sorry. Setting up my next appointment and stuff like that. And they were super nice. Like, when I went to that place, they were super nice. I haven't gotten one bad experience even up to now. Like, they've been really respectful to me. But I feel like people treat us teens that get pregnant like really, really differently, because they automatically think everyone, like, every person at that age is just dumb. Like, oh, you don't know what you were doing. You were just being irresponsible, or da 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 da. Like, no, not everyone was being irresponsible. They could have been taking the right precautions and everything, and you still just ended up like, maybe that was the plan that life laid for you, and that's that plan, and it is what it is. But like I said, it took me a little bit more while to get used to it. But I mean, to fully accept this is my choice and this is what I'm going to stand by and do. But once I fully accepted it, I was okay. After that, I came home or whatever, just on pictures. My grandparents and us all sat down at the table, and they were like, I'm going to support everything, like, because this is where I finally like said my decision or whatever. And they were like, we'll support everything you do, you know, we'll pay for your college as long as you stay close and stuff like that. And they're like, you know, just finish school out and this, that, and the third, and focus on your stuff and do you and everything. And they were just like, you don't have to work, we'll handle that. Whatever you want to eat, whatever you want to do, whatever you need, we'll get it for you and everything like that. And just, we're here for you. If nobody else is here for you, we're here for you and stuff. My child's father, he was so excited. He was so excited. He was so excited. And he's been there literally every step of the way. Every step, every appointment, every visit, every checkup, every little thing. Or when I don't feel good, he's there. When I want this, he's there. Like, my grandparents and him have definitely been there. Like, after that talk, they were like, you're gonna have to start telling people in the family. Not really telling people in the family, but like my little immediate family. So like my uncle and my mother. I don't have a great relationship with my mother, but they were like, you should definitely tell your mother, which makes sense. I mean, that'll be her first grandchild, and these are my grandparents' first grandchild. And I told my little sister, and she was just like, I know. I was just like, okay. I low-key want to ask her how she knows. But I think she told me, she was just like, I just know. I don't doubt it till my little sister definitely has a gift. I don't know what it is, but she could just feel stuff like that. So yeah, and I remember I called my mother. I'll never forget this. And I told her, and she did not believe me for anything. Nothing at all. It was just, she didn't believe it. But yeah, I sent her a picture and everything, and she was super excited. I had told my uncle. He was like it took him by surprise. He was like, I think he said like what, or he said damn or something, and then he was like, okay, well, I respect you, thank you for telling me and stuff like that and everything. And that was that. I didn't call up my other uncle because I was just like, no. And I just felt like with all of them, I was just like, you know what's so crazy? I'm the only teen in like our family or whatever that's gotten pregnant at this age and stuff. So like everyone else had their kids in like their 20s and 30s, and I was just like, I guess that's why another reason I was so hard on myself. It was just like, I'm the only one. I'm like, I just feel like, you know how they do teen moms. I just like, I never once thought my life stopped or anything, or I failed in life. It was more so like I just feel like, just like, oh my God, I'm getting judged so hard because I'm a teen. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and I'm just like, no one's gonna take me serious. Like, you look like a clown. Like, but I had good reactions from my side. Everyone was so nice, and now we're just ready for the countdown. I mean, 10 more weeks, and she's here and stuff like that, y'all. But I think I had 2 more periods after that, and then they stopped or whatever. And mentally, I've gotten way better. I feel so much better, and that's not just me trying to bullshit on camera. So serious. I feel so much better. Like, it took me a very long while, but I'm here now, and I'm just like, I'm accepting, and I'm so ready for her to get here, and I'm just so excited, so happy, and everything. My boyfriend is so happy. He's just waiting. Like, we're all just waiting on her grand arrival. Can't wait to put her in her little crib or whatever. Little crib. But I just can't wait for her to get here, y'all. Like, it was such a ride and such a roller coaster, I feel like, and it kind of hurts because I feel like I didn't really get to enjoy most of it, not until the end or whatever. But now I'm okay with everything, and now I'm fine with it. And you know, I'm graduating in January. I go to a performing arts school, by the way. So I thought when my peers were gonna find out or whatever, I thought they were gonna be so mean to me, but everyone has been so nice and congratulating me and telling me they're happy and proud of me and everything. And that was just so surprising. I did not expect that from people. So yeah, a lot of more positivity than negativity. I haven't really got any negativity. If I have, I wouldn't know, but I don't pay my child's father's side no mind. And that's not being mean or anything or nothing like that. Or it's just more so like, it is what it is now, and I know what I'm going to do, and I know what he's going to, like, he knows what he's going to do. We know what we're going to do, and that's all we can do. So her coming into my life was definitely for a reason. It's so crazy to me. It's just so amazing, and I'm just like, that's what I guess I needed to get me out of my little slump or whatever. Because now, baby, I am on go mode. I'm trying to get my business started probably around February and stuff. Like, I'm trying to get a lot of stuff started, get myself together, really get out this. And yeah, I'm gonna do it all for her. So, but anyways, to sum this up, that's how I found out I was pregnant. My advice would be like, just tell your peoples. And now, you never know their reaction. You never know their reaction. And honestly, I was trying to guess people's reaction, and that's the worst thing to do, because you can't guess anyone's reaction. And just tell them. And it's very much easier said than done. As you can see, it took me like, what, 12, 13 weeks or something. So, I mean, for me, it took a car crash, you know. But, like, if you can't physically tell them, write a letter, or tell the calm parent and get the other parent to tell them, or, you know, I don't know. But please tell them. Just let them know. Like, yeah, not everyone's parent is going to be very fond at first, but like, trust me, at the end of the day, they'll be more happy that you told them, or if they had to find out through somebody else or through something and stuff like that. Bye, y'all. Thank you for listening to my story. I'm sorry if this is super duper long. I was trying to make it super short, but I see I talk too much, and pregnancy brain just be making me go all over the place. So yeah, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, share this video.